who was first reformatted, second in command, and always comes in threes. Titans return Scourge today on World of Stuff. Yes, here we have the latest version of Scourge in his intergalactic soap dish mode, or some sort of nautical theme, which is a definite departure from the earlier generation's Scourge, right here, which is definitely much more Earth-based. Although they both achieve the same thing, something that you tend to collect in 3 of them. Now, there are a couple of things I should note. One is that for the American release, they do have a repro label set. It looks something like this. We'll cover the, let's see here. You can see the little differences in the alt mode here. Most importantly is the, the face, which is a bit of a G1 homage, because you could just flip down that part and reveal his face. Additionally, they can both do another trick similar to that, but we'll get to that in a minute. In fact, we'll just move that to the side there and continue on with this review of this fellow, because, well, it looks nicer. Although there is the Takara Tomy version, which runs significantly more than American retail, and that's if you can actually find one these days. Now, well. Now, as you probably know, Scourge here in Generation 1 was indeed a target master, and now he's a headmaster. And what's interesting about that is that, well, aside from the play pattern, let me move this out of the way and stick it right here, which is something you can do, is that with the headmaster, which is snugly fit right in here, is that everybody seems to remember that famous scene in the Transformers movie where Scourge stuck his head out, and basically in his alt mode, it looks something like this, and it is designed to do this. Yeah, it looks a little silly in this one, especially since he has that face and then that face. See what we can get here with the original version here. Just 1 second. Lovely. Okay, here we go. It looks about the same. Now, another reason why I started out with this one is because this one has the plain face, whereas I painted in the mustache and beard in this one. Again, it's entirely your choice if you want to put in for the stickers, the Takara version, or just paint in the mustache and beard. But you have options. If those excite you. One additional thing about the alt mode, something that a lot of people I haven't seen notice. You see these ports right here? Those are 5mm compatible. So, any of the Titan Masters, at least as many as you can fit in either of these ports. You could potentially have a Titan Master here, 2 Titan Master weapons here, so to really arm him up. That is some very interesting hidden engineering. Okay, moving on to robot mode, we will unpeg this, reconnect it to here, and then set this off to the side. We'll come up here and, well, yeah, pretty much visible a lot of the stuff. We'll unpeg and fold these out and back. How you have these displayed is entirely up to you. Anyway, we will then split apart the front, bring the legs down like so, twist backwards. We'll get to that why in a minute. This panel right here we bring around to what will be the front and tab that in. Then we will fold this part back and then bring the foot proper forward that way. Repeat with the other leg. Okay, then we will twist this around, accordion that in. There we go, perfect. Now we will unpeg and bring down the shoulders for the arms. There we go, adjust, and finally plug it in, and give him his weapon. Give him his weapon. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Titan Twister and Scourge, robot mode. And here we have more comparisons of the two together here. Obviously it's some fairly subtle differences. Now in the alt mode and in the robot mode, these red stickers do break up the blue a little bit, which has been a concern for some fans. There are also little differences in the paint here. Still, it's pretty nice. Not that this one is bad, this just does a little bit more for me. And again, the difference in the face is a lot more apparent once you painted that mustache. So now, as for this version, let's see here. Here we have, come on, cooperate with me here. There we go. Actually, see, he's a little bit smaller. He's shorter here. Let's see if we can get the weapon out of here. And that. Let's do that and that. And then we will. No wonder. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. The weapon in like that, and then. Well, it's not exactly apples to apples, but it's still pretty nice. They both achieve the same figure, it's just in very different ideologies here. See if we can get these three together. Well, it's okay. Better than nothing. Now, as for the gun right here, you can have a little fellow. In fact, let's just take the other fracas head here and stick him in. Yeah, it's silly looking, but something you can do. And as with any other Titan Master, you can have him holding those weapons like that. You can also have additional weapon storage like that. Now I have tried this weapon storage with additional 5mm guns. In particular, some of the Venxis guns work very well, or even some of the Generation 1 guns. Granted, they will have to be at an angle, depending on which one you choose. But you can definitely have yourself quite a bit of firepower with Scourge, if that excites you. And here we finally have a group of Scourge together. Well, Scourge and the sweeps together. Now I rather like this setup because it gives us a bit of variation as opposed to just buying three of the same figure. Yeah, that works. But it's really up to you how you want to do that. After all, it is your collection. And again, the painting in the the facial hair is fairly easy. You just need a fairly small tip paint pen and a couple minutes. Now, as you probably noticed here, the head is a little jiggly. It seems to be a universal problem with them. Ironically, I've seen some of the Autobot heads fit in a little more snugly. And yes, before anyone gets in my ass about it, yes, that does flip out. Fold out like that. I don't like that. But this has been Titan Twister and Scourge. I am the Wolf, and I bid you good night.